They say South African League is one of the best leagues in Africa, and it produces world-class footballers who shines locally and internationally. With all that being said, in today's video, we're going to take a look at 11 best South African footballers of all time. Welcome folks to Laduma 27. First left, Benny McCarthy. Benny McCarthy is the South African national team's all-time top goal scorer with 13 goals. He's the only South African to win the UEFA Champions League, doing so with Porto in 2003-2004. He is undoubtedly one of the greatest players to come out from Mzansi, as he played for several top-flight clubs such as Ajax, Porto, Celta Vigo, West Ham, Blackburn and Orlando Pirates. We also have Patrick Polo Ace, who is considered as one of the greatest footballers in the country. Ace spent almost his entire career with Kaizer Chiefs. In total, he played 11 seasons in the Northern American Soccer League, beginning in 1973 with Miami Toros. He is also a member of the National Soccer Hall of Fame. Lucas Radebe. Lucas Radebe began playing in South Africa with Kaizer Chiefs before transferring to Leeds United, where he played 356 matches for the Yorkshire side. In 1996, he was a member of the South African team that won the African Nations Cup. He also captained Bafana Bafana in 1998 and 2002 World Cups. He earned 70 caps for South Africa and scored 2 goals during his international career, which the last match being against England, 22 May 2003. Is he the greatest ever South African captain? We don't know, you tell us. Siyabonga Nomvete. Siyabonga Nomvete represented Bafana Bafana from 1999 and he played in 2002-2010 World Cups. He is the highest all-time goal scorer in the PSL. He is undoubtedly one of the greatest players to have played for Bafana Bafana. He has 81 caps for the national team. We also have Jomo Sono. Efren Matilela Sono, also known as Jomo Sono or the Black Prince of South African soccer, had a rough background as he lost his father at a very young age. He had to resort to selling apples and peanuts at football games and training stations to clothe himself, buy food for his grandparents and pay for school fees. He is known for his all-round ability, dribbling and accurate passing skills. Sono went to the United States of America, where in 1977 he played for New York Cosmos, where one of his teammates was the legendary Pelé. John Shoes Mashau. Shoes, as he was best known to fans, was part of the team that won the 1996 Africa Cup of Nations and was second top goal scorer with 4 goals. He was part of the traveling squad that traveled to France for the 1998 FIFA World Cup. He represented the national team in 6 major tournaments. He is one of the oldest players to play in national colours for South Africa. We also have Dr. Khumalo. Theophilus Dr. Khumalo, also known as 16 Valve, is best known for being a star midfielder for Kaizer Chiefs as well as the national team. He was a leading member of the winning national team at the 1996 African Nations Cup. He also represented Bafana Bafana at the 1998 Football World Cup. Throughout his whole international career, he played for South Africa 50 times, scoring 9 goals, making him 13 most capped South African footballer. Sibusiso Zuma. Sibusiso Wiseman Zuma exceeded as a player at a Danish club in 2001. Zuma was tied for the 29th place for the 2001 FIFA World Player of the Year award. He has represented South Africa 67 times, scoring on 13 occasions. He played for the Bafana Bafana in 2002 FIFA World Cup. Zuma was captain of the national team for the 2006 African Cup Nations Tournament. Teko Modise. Teko Modise, nicknamed the Gennaro, is regarded as one of the greatest PSL players of the modern era. He earned the nickname the Gennaro for his ability to detect and direct play. Modise is regarded as a club legend for both Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns. He has 66 caps and 10 goals for the national team. We also have Aaron Mokoena. Mokoena is the most capped South African player of all time with 107 caps under his belt. He played for several top-flight English sides, namely Ajax, Genk, Blackburn and Portsmouth. Mokoena is also known as Mbazo or the X because of his tough tackling skills. He is the youngest ever player to have represented South Africa. And last we have Mark Fish. Mark Fish is arguably one of the greatest players to have played for Bafana Bafana. In 1996, he was part of the history-making South African side to have won the AFCON at the first attempt after South Africa's fair admission to FIFA. He scored one of the goals in the quarterfinal against Algeria and was named in the team of the tournament in both 1996 and 1998 AFCON. He had 62 caps for the South African side, scoring twice. Well, tell us folks, does Pio Shabalala, New Tovi, Phil Masinga and others deserve a place in this list? Give comments and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.